The time I would have died if my mom hadn't stopped by my house unannounced. This was about 10 years ago, but I just shared an abridged version in a different sub and thought it would make for a great story to share here. This story involves semi-disgusting bodily functions, though from a medical perspective. If you're squeamish, you've been warned. About 10 years ago, I was in the middle of my corporate desk job ladder climb. I had a high-pressure, high-paying job, and was pushing with everything I had for that next promotion. At the same time, I had been dealing with a persistent case of lower stomach cramps and diarrhea. Like, you know that belly pain when your colon is really angry at you? I had that going on for 24 hours a day for going on a month. I eventually decided that I needed to take time off of work, and went to my GP. He referred me to a gastroenterologist, and the closest appointment was 3 weeks out. I waited my 3 weeks, went to my appointment, and didn't really get anywhere. All he did was schedule me for a colonoscopy, which was 6 weeks away. Meanwhile, my diarrhea and stomach pain was getting worse. I was now using the bathroom between 15 and 20 times a day, and most of the time, it was just blood and mucus. I was chronically dehydrated, despite drinking 8 to 10 Pedialytes a day. About a month after my gastro appointment, I came down with a wicked fever. I started alternating between Advil and Tylenol to try to keep it at bay, but it keeps getting worse. Keep in mind, I was still working 10 to 12 hours a day. About a week after the fever started, my boss came over to me and flat out told me to go to the hospital. I refused, but compromised and told him I would take the rest of the day, Thursday, and the next day to rest. I went home, and after 800 milligrams of Advil, 1000 milligrams of Tylenol, and a 1 hour in a lukewarm bath, my fever was still 103. I made the fateful decision to go to bed and see how I felt in the morning. If I wasn't better, I would head to the ER. I woke up on Saturday afternoon in the ICU. My mom just happened to stop by my house on Friday afternoon because she was in the neighborhood, and found me unresponsive in bed, soaked in sweat and feces. She called an ambulance, and when they took my vitals, found I had a fever over 105 and a BP of 60/40. My breath smelled like ammonia because my kidneys were shutting down, and I was actively dying. They packed me in ice packs and rushed me to the ER, where they treated me for acute sepsis. I was so dehydrated that even once my BP came back, I took 4 liters of saline before I produced any urine. As it turns out, completely ignoring a severe flare-up of Crohn's disease can be fatal. I had a perforated colon that caused the sepsis and all the complications that came with that.